Judy, to get the show started off today, I just want to read a text that I received earlier today. And this text, for anyone wondering, this text is exactly why men and women are always annoyed with each other. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I received a text from Judy 7 or 7:30, as in what time we're recording. So I said, I'm good for 7, but your choice. To which she said, works for me. Not 7 works for me. Not 7:30 works for me. Just works for me.
I'm like, you said 7. So I'm like, good. We'll go with it.
Yeah. No, I understand that I said 7, but I don't want to have to do a goddamn murder mystery just going through my text messages.
Look, first of all, you thought we were recording last night while I was still on the plane. So
That's an issue that I have with the EP, and it's going to get brought up in the production meeting. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Also check us out on Patreon at takeabreathpod. If you want to support the show, like, share, subscribe, yell in the middle of traffic. Listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Just try it. I don't know. We missed last week. So sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. As you can probably see this week, according to Judy, I have a much crispier camera.
yeah, I mean, at least we can see you, first of all.
Yes. Anyone who saw last week just saw a montage of villains because I was in my villain era. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but I can't use the old camera, so I had to get a new one. And I was like, screw it. I'm going with a plug and play, make this easy. So I did. And yeah.
Now
I was really excited for this camera because the first thing you said, ooh, it's crispy, right? And then nothing but damn technical difficulties. Still listening to myself, people. If you're wondering why I am this way, it's because there's a little voice in my head who sounds like me.
It just does everything right after you just said it.
He's a copycat. Oh man. All right. Real quick though, Judy, I know that you got real confused, and you do get confused every time I, tell the audience, hey, like the videos because it helps. Let's beat last week's 2 likes. Let's get 4 3/4 likes. And we do that by taking last week's likes, right, of the 2, and we divide that by the coefficient of 3 Dunkin' Donut little donut holes, right? 3 of them. And then we take that amount, we divide it again by the square root of 4, and that's how we get 4 1/4 likes, right? And if you doubt me, then you also doubt Terrence Howard, because this man is a mathematical genius.
1 times 1 equals 2.
1 times 1 equals 2.
Oh God! You know what, Terrence Howard? That's why you fumbled the bag and didn't become War Machine in the next few Iron Man movies.
He chose not to. Okay, because he was out giving lectures on mathematics. Okay, People like you just don't understand, Judy. All right.
1 × 1 = 2.
So don't doubt me when I say we need to get to 13 likes, right? So we need to take this week's likes and add 4 and then divide that by
3
donut holes. Yes, exactly.
You said it.
So, all right, for real.
Get in the comments.
It's time to get in the comments. And we start this week, it's almost going to be called Getting the Keiths because it's always Keith. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it so much. He brings us the language these kids used when talking about CVS is the same way my students talked in high school, and it drove me crazy. Yeah, because kids suck, man. I'm sorry. Like, I barely like mine. I love him. Love him to death. He's fun, fun to bully. But...
fun to bully.
Yeah, he is fun to bully.
Oh, man.
Like, not in like a, he's going to turn to a school shooter.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
like, so that he's not thinking that everything's just going to be given to him. Like an older brother. But with the fear of getting beat.
Oh, love that for you, Asher.
All right. Also, get in the comments. We have from my mom. First time. Sydney does have great genes, and you all are right. It's insanity. People are offended. Yeah, because sometimes people just want to be offended. It's sadly, it's how you can make money in today's society.
Yep. And I will say, all because of that one campaign that all the other jeans companies have decided to do, something different or something similar. And now they're all blowing up too. So you know what? You just needed one of them to start this. And now all of you are upping your marketing game. So
yeah, because now they all get the benefit of Sydney Sweeney advertising without actually having to pay for Sydney Sweeney.
Exactly.
Oh, God. So we didn't record last week because the night of we had the technical difficulties, and then you were going out of town right after that. So we had one shot.
It was one night. Yes. I had an early night. I had an early flight the next morning after we would have recorded. So
right. So how was your trip? How'd everything go?
It was good. So I spent the first half of my trip. It was a work trip to San Diego. We had another one of those weekends that I did last year where we had a bunch of faculty come out and they record at our podcast studio. They knocked out 8 episodes in one day. It was great. We had the welcome mixers, the breakfast and lunches. We had a bonfire, dinner. It was a really good event. But then after that, my boss was like, hey, you should take a few days off. And I already knew I was planning to take a few days off. But that's because I knew how it was last year's event. I was exhausted. Trying to mingle with doctors is so different because I don't really know that space that they're in. So I'm just oh yeah. Cool. Listening
to
their
you don't know
right?
the space they're in, even though it's the entire podcast network. You let fucking AI do all of the job for you.
No, it's not.
You don't have to learn anything about the medical field.
Not that part. I'm just talking when they're talking about procedures, and I'm I'm not out here doing procedures. What are y'all doing?
Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm not. You're not doing it. I'm not saying that you're a doctor, right? But when you type into Chat GPT, hey, do the duties of my job and then it spits it out for you. You're doing a procedure. The procedure is type into ChatGPT, do the job for Judy, and then it does it for you. But that was the procedure going into it.
True. I guess, you know what? Yes. In that case, I am a doctor with ChatGPT.
I wasn't saying you was a doctor. Okay, wasn't saying that. No.
No.
Okay.
So I already like messaged our group Friday, like, hey, I'm working this weekend. I'm gonna take a few days off from work. I do that with knowing that I'm going to Hawaii for the next few days right after this trip. Like I booked a flight from San Diego to Honolulu for Monday, and then I came back Thursday morning. And yeah, nobody knew that I was gone. Like I just said I was gonna be out of the office. But bro, I turned off all my notifications for work because I was like, I am unplugging in my 3 days that I'm in Hawaii.
See, this is how I know Keith loves you way fucking more than I love my wife. Okay? Let my wife try to go on a trip to Hawaii without me? No. You're going to have to reschedule. Okay? I'm tired. I want a vacation. Okay, you ain't, I don't care if it's 3 days. No.
Yeah. So keep us at home because you had to work.
Have fun, love. Just,
It's like, I got to work this whole week. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that was him dropping hints. He's like, I got to work all week. You could maybe reschedule. I'd appreciate it.
It's tough with his work. Sorry, boo. You already knew this. So, it was a great trip. One of my friends came with me, and it was her birthday week. So, we got to celebrate her birthday while she was out there. So it was a really nice, like super low key trip where we honestly every day we just spent it on the beach. Wait, that's all I wanted. You
went without Keith on a beach trip with other females. You went on a girls' weekend trip? Judy,
yeah, I guess.
Judy, I swear to God, did you fuck Tay Diggs? Did you try and get your groove back in Hawaii? Look, if you did, now's the time to come clean, okay?
No. There were no men involved in this trip. None.
But
sorry.
Women were involved is what you're saying.
Oh my God, stop.
Oh, man, it's okay. If you want to get your clam buttered, I get it.
Ew, why would you say it like that?
Oh, you know why.
I know, because you are the way you are. But the funny thing is, so like I mentioned, I didn't tell anybody where I was going. And so on Thursday morning, on our way to the airport, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start finally catching up on emails while we're in the car and messages. So my boss, one of my bosses, he sends me a message. He's like, hey, are you in Hawaii by any chance? I was like, yeah, I just snuck off for a few days. And he's like, oh, ChatGPT Slack.
ChatGPT was like, I can't do Judy's job because she's in Hawaii.
No, sorry, I didn't mean ChatGPT. I meant Slack. So it's our little messaging platform. So Slack lets you know that you're whatever time zone you're in.
I like real quick. I like how you're explaining Slack to me like it's not the number one used messaging platform.
A lot of my friends didn't know what Slack was, but that's because they use like Microsoft Teams. So like no one knew what Slack was, and I had to explain to them it's just like Microsoft
Slack
Teams.
was out before Teams. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. So Slack lets you know what time zone you're in. So he's like, oh, it shows that you're like 3 hours behind me. Yeah, so that's all it was. Damn. I was just cracking up. I was like, wow, way to out me, Slack. Thanks. If
If I was your boss, I'd be like, I pay this bitch Hawaii money? Like, just jaunt off to Hawaii money? I pay her that much?
Hey man, shout out to all my points that I got on Southwest. Like y'all are already like gonna be on my shit list after this year because of your new terms and stuff. But like right now, let me use up my point.
Damn, you double fucked my boy Keith. Okay, you double fucked him. You left him here while you went to Hawaii, and you used all the points from all those stupid Taylor Swift concerts you made him go to.
First of all, those points were not included on this, okay?
I'm sure you just were money laundering the airline points like you do with your actual money.
With everything else.
By the way, ever since you taught the EP how to do that kind of stuff, she's doing... I think she might be in a cartel because
are we in the same ring? No,
like,
I'm kidding.
Like, I don't feel as poor as I used to. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, but there seems to just be more, right? And I haven't done anything, so except for give her carte blanche to the finances. So, like, what I'm saying is you have to start calling me El Kukui, okay?
Okay, so you're not Lord Drizzle King anymore. You will be El Kukui.
Lord Drizzle Kukui!
Oh, man. Yeah. Good times.
Oh, well, I am glad that you got to recharge, relax, rejuvenate, all that good stuff. Because I'm cracking the whip on you for the rest of the year on this show. Okay? Like, I need 17 topics per weekly show. Okay? And are we going to use them? No, but I need to make sure that you're just creatively firing on all cylinders.
Okay, we should be at that level now. So
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. I know we're not a sports show. I'm not going to harp on this for too long, but I do get to use my favorite. No. Sports. Yes, we get to talk sports. All right, there was so much fight stuff going on in the news. Okay, I just have to talk to everyone about it real quick, and to make sure I keep it nice and trim, no more than 7 minutes for these topics that I'm about to talk about. Okay? No more than 7 minutes. I've created like a round. You know how you have like a bell for a round, right? So I've created one of those. Okay, so we're gonna have 1 7-minute round. Okay, for the fight stuff. All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay, so the first thing that happened was that the UFC... I gotta turn this down. That's too loud. This is killing my time. No. Wait, it's over here. Wait, nope, that's not. All right.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
You good.
So, the first thing, the UFC sold its streaming, or its rights, its visual rights, broadcasting rights. Yes. Brought it side. Oh God, I'm so amped right now. I get to talk about manly fight stuff. All right, so they sold their broadcasting rights for $7.7 billion. I remember when they sold them to ESPN for $1.5 billion 7 years ago, and we all thought that was the most incredible deal that they would ever get. And then 7 years later, $7.7 million. Oh my God. Billion. I said million. It's so much fucking money. I can't bring myself to actually say it. So that's just good for them. Also, there was a UFC fight in which we had a new champion, Hamzat Chimaev. The only issue is it was kind of boring. It was a boring fight. You know, it's just like you get so hopped up and you're like, yeah, and it's just kind of boring.
Like,
and I know that you don't watch fighting, MMA, UFC, whatever. I know you don't watch that, Judy. So I will equate it to he dominated his opponent very thoroughly, but it was the most boring thing. So it'd be the same thing in football if one team was able to run the ball, not worrying about getting a fumble or a turnover or anything like that, but one team could run it for 4 yards every single play. They can't run it for 5, but they can get them 4 every fucking play. So that was the fight, right? All right, moving on from that, though, Judy.
He can't keep getting away with it.
He can't keep getting away with this. He is Jake Paul.
My favorite Logan brothers.
The Logan brothers. I keep forgetting about that. Logan and Jake Paul. Paul and Jake Logan. Oh, all right. So he just announced a fight for my birthday. Literally, it's happening November 14, 2025. He's taking on one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, a champion named Gervonta Tank Davis. Judy, do you know anything about Tank?
No.
No, I didn't think you would. I didn't think most of our listeners would know, to be quite fair. So I found this video, right? And I just real quick want to share this with you, okay?
Okay.
Everyone says I only beat up old farts. Well, now I'm gonna prove you all wrong and fight a real boxer, Tank Davis.
Are you kidding me, Jake Paul? Tank is a midget.
I'm not a midget, I'm a little person. And I'm gonna show the world we can do anything, including beating up pussy YouTube kids like Jake Paul.
Ha! Look at him go. He's adorable.
This is asinine. You're twice his size. This ain't a real fight.
That's it, Stephen A. I'm suing you for saying my fights are fake, just like I did Piers Morgan.
Take it back, Stephen A. You don't want to end up Jake's bitch like me. I'm not taking back nothing. Stephen A., you've been served. We're gonna rim your ass with everything we got.
I'm unstoppable.
All right. That was thank you to @RightComedy on YouTube. But it really does perfectly explain the farce of this latest Jake Paul fight, right? Because Jake Paul fights at 185 pounds. Gervonta Davis fights at like 140?
Oh my God.
Right? Wait, no, 185. He has 60 pounds on him. So that would put Tank down actually like 135, 125.
125.
Right? So this is the only way that he would be able to get to a point where he could fight a pound per pound best fighter in the world. He just has to have an advantage of literally my son.
60 pounds, wow.
Imagine if you were able to take Asher into the ring with you and swing him like a club, okay? That's what Tank has to deal with.
My God. Why would he agree to that?
Money, and also, though, Tank, like I said, he is one of the best fighters in the world. So he probably thinks that he actually can knock him out. I mean, I'm not saying Jake Paul is going to win, right? I just think it's going to... There's no winners in this. If Tank wins, then okay, you beat fucking YouTube boy, right? If Jake Paul wins, like we just saw, Stephen A., you can't fight a little person. I'm not saying the M word, okay? You're not going to get me on that. So there's no winners, but I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be free on Netflix and it's on my birthday. Okay, God.
Yeah. Party at Ryan's place.
No. Oh yeah, and just real quick before we go back, you know the best part of MMA?
What?
The fans.
Grab his dick and twist it! It's an MMA fight, dude. Twist that dick! Twist his dick!
That's my favorite part of a fight too. You gotta have a good
Grab his dick and twist it!
the old dick twist.
Oh my god.
And that's fight talk.
Wow, good job. Look at you. Timing it perfectly.
I told you,
A little mishap in the beginning.
Yeah, I told you. I'm keeping it as a tight 7, okay?
That was very good. Very good. Proud of you.
All right, hold on. There we go. And what time is it now? Is it what I think it is? Oh, yeah. It's time. Time for Am I Overreacting? All right. This week's Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting for refusing to invite my dad to my wedding because he called my fiancé too ugly for the family? I, 29 female, am getting married next spring to the sweetest man I've ever met, 31 male. He's kind, funny, and has been there for me through the hardest parts of my life. We had an engagement dinner a few weeks ago, and my dad, 57 male, pulled me aside. I thought he was going to congratulate me privately, but instead, he said, "I'm not happy for you, but are you?"
Says,
I'm happy for you. He was thinking I'm not happy for you. I'm sad for you. Okay, but he said, "I'm happy for you, but are you sure? He's not exactly a looker. You could do better." Think of the wedding photos. I was stunned. My fiance overheard because dad wasn't exactly whispering. He laughed it off, but I could see he was hurt. I confronted my dad later and told him that comment was shallow and cruel. He doubled down, saying he's just being realistic and that marriage is easier when you're someone people admire. So I told him point blank, if he can't respect my relationship, he's not invited to the wedding. Now my whole family is blowing up my phone saying I'm being dramatic over a little harmless joke and that I'll regret not having my father walk me down the aisle. Am I overreacting?
Oh man, wow. I can't believe dad would say that. Just point blank, like, hey, y'all man ugly. I don't know. I would have maybe expected that from a mom's perspective, but dad? Really? I don't know. Okay.
What, dads can't be shallow?
I don't know. I'm just not used to like that kind of commentary from dads, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking, now that I'm thinking, they talk about your dad, right? So your dad is probably just like, I just want to get her out of the fucking house. Like, whoever we can get, just get her out, please.
Wow. Thanks.
Hey, that's your dad talking, not me. I'm just... Anyway, so you were saying.
I mean, I don't think... God. I don't know. I think she's overreacting. It's not like her dad was saying, like, her relationship was bad. He was just saying he's not... Like, to him, I guess, he's not attractive. I don't know. But again, at the end of the day, like, girl, you're going to marry who you're going to marry. Just stick up for your man and be like, Dad, he's not ugly. Like, leave, like, drop it.
So that was the one thing
like,
of the story. Before I give my opinion, okay, that was the one part of the story that I was like, because she said that she went and talked to her dad later on. but she also said that she knew her fiance heard it in the moment. Like, if you know that your fiance can hear what your dad is saying and he is insulting them, maybe you should stick up for your fiance in the moment, right?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, that was my thinking here.
Also, I'm just gonna say it. She is a terrible daughter. Okay? Look, Dad is just looking out for his lineage, okay? He didn't say you can't marry him. He just said, dude's fugly. And I would rather not have fugly grandkids, okay? I chose a looker. Look at your mom over there. You can bounce a quarter off her ass right now, okay? She keeps it high and fucking tight, okay? That's how you got such good genes. Not to make it like a weird Trump Ivanka thing, but like, look at my daughter over here, okay? And then you bring this fucking chud into my house and you're gonna tell me that you're gonna procreate with that? I didn't want you to get married to Alf, okay?
Oh.
He could have said all that. He didn't.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the daughter is overreacting, okay? Because she's just being kind of a dick, if we're being honest, all right?
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, like, if it was a traditional wedding, your dad would probably be paying for the wedding girl, so he could pull funding from you at any time.
Yeah, he'll just be like, you know what? Why don't you take your fucking husband to a freak show and maybe you can make some money that way? All right? You don't get any wedding money from me. This is pretty people's money.
Right. Let me cancel these CCs real quick before you start all these bookings and reservations you just made.
Real quick, though, before we move on to the next thing, that does remind me of something that happened to me the other day. And what I mean by that is, like, I can understand how maybe the dad didn't realize how shitty what he was saying was. He probably did. Like, don't get me wrong. He probably knew that he was being a jerk when he was saying it. Doesn't mean he's wrong to say it, or doesn't mean he shouldn't get to go to the wedding. You know, the groom has to earn that right, okay? To not be on dad's shit list. Okay. My father-in-law hated me every single day of my first marriage. Okay. So, but it does remind me of something that happened to me the other day. So last couple weeks I've been dealing with some depression stuff. And the thing that sucks about being clinically depressed is that there are just times when you are down and low energy and lethargic and all that stuff, and it's for no reason at all. You're taking your meds, you're going to the gym, your life is good, they have no issues, right? You've just become part of a cartel and the money is up, and you're just still just like blah, right?
Yeah.
And when that happens, unfortunately, the voices in your head start to twist against you, right? And I'm explaining this to my mom the other day, and, you know, I'm telling her about how I feel like a loser certain times, and I am, you know, not near where I want to be with my goals, and how, you know, I'm the oldest brother, but I am in the worst place financially and kind of just, you know, occupationally, like goal-wise and that kind of stuff. And real quick before I go on, my mom, she writes huge massively long text messages. She writes the type of text messages that when I open it up, before I read anything, just by looking at it, I get overstimulated to where I instantly have to get out of the app, okay? But it says read because I opened the fucking message like an asshole. So at some point, I have to go back to it and actually read that monstrosity. Okay?
Yeah.
I say all that to say that you cannot judge my mom on this one tidbit of a text message. Okay? You cannot judge her on that because while I'm going to share this one tidbit of it, there was so much just encouraging, loving, just endearing messaging coming to me, right? Mm-hmm. And support and all the words that I'm failing to actually say right now. It was so thoughtful. But in that message, she was saying, "Oh, and you can't compare your brother," and I'm not going to say his name, but you can't compare your brother, Z, to yourself. He works in the NFL. That's like working in Hollywood. And I just saw that, and I was just like, yeah, nothing I'm doing is like trying to work in Hollywood. I'm not like actually possibly trying to work in Hollywood. I read that. And at first, dagger right in the heart. Because I know exactly what she means. She's just trying to say, hey, he got lucky. It is 1 in a million thing. And you just got to keep trying and you'll get your shot, right? Like, that's what she meant. Mm-hmm. But what she said was, your brother made it. And it's hard to do that. So, like, just relax. Don't worry, it's Hollywood. You'll make it to Orlando. You'll be fine.
To Orlando?
I don't know. I couldn't think of a place like Hollywood that wasn't Hollywood, or the exact opposite. Or actually, you know what? No, if I was going to say what the exact opposite of Hollywood is, I'd say it's Orlando. It's on the literal opposite side of the coast. Florida and Californians. Ooh, I mean,
true. You're right.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah.
I'm crying, Judy.
Sorry. Mom.
And like I said, we can't judge her on that one thing because 1% of the sweetest message you can get, should not be judged on that. But damn, she knows how to hit you with that liver shot.
Has your mom not done voice memos so she doesn't have to like?
No,
write
that's
thing?
why they're so fucking long, because they're voice
like
text.
Like actual recordings, like.
Oh, okay, but here's the issue with that, Judy. Then I'm gonna see Carol has sent you a 4.5 minute voice message. You think that's not gonna overstimulate me? When I have to listen to all 37 chapters of Trapped in the Closet every time I open my phone, you think I'm not gonna be overstimulated by that?
I don't know. I'd rather have that than see a long gray bubble of just words.
Blue bubble, okay? We're Apple people. Blue bubble.
Well, no, your blue bubble, but her message would be a gray bubble. Or whatever.
Sent. But either way.
Either way. Yeah, I know you guys are blue bubbles. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh.
Wow,
So
I love that.
I had to share
Carol.
after what we just talked about with the dad. I had to share about my mom. Love you, Mom. Honestly, if you weren't asleep, I probably would have tried to call you for this segment. So maybe we'll work something out so that we can get you on, so we can elaborate on how your oldest son, doesn't need to compare himself to how your oldest son does need to compare himself to his Hollywood little brother.
Is that your baby brother also?
Shut up, Judy!
I just wanted to ask.
You shut up. We're moving on. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Whatever.
We're moving on. We're moving on to a scenario for you.
Yeah. Give me a scenario. I'm big and powerful. I make decisions.
Okay. I was reading this thread, and it's basically a landlord. Okay, so you're going to be in the landlord position in this thread. Okay.
Okay.
You have a new tenant application come in. Okay. They have a 685 credit score. Their income is qualified for your rental property. Okay. They have no evictions, but they carry a high credit card balances for years, and that's probably the reason. Does not say their It does not say their age, but they carry high credit card balances for years, and they just kind of leave it that way. Would you have approved or denied this tenant?
Do we have? I know that the actual person does. Do we have details about how high the credit card balances are?
You probably do, since you would run their credit report and they'll tell you.
I mean, because I'll put it this way: if their balance is even with everything else, right? If their okay, to cut it short, sorry, because I'm gonna go on a whole thing, all right? But to cut it short, yes, I most likely do, based on their history, right? They have a B plus, well, they have a B credit score, right? I would say a B plus is like your 7 to low 7s.
Low 7s, yeah.
Yeah, and then low 7 to, let's say 770s is like A, and then anything above that is A plus, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
So they got like a B credit score, which is also, because honestly, no, I definitely do because they have a 685. They have a 685 with a shit ton of credit card debt, right? So if they somehow paid that credit card debt off, they'd be like over 800. Easy.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, 1,000%. They're super responsible. They probably just like made dumb mistakes in the past, and then instead of ever like saving up, they were like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna let the minimum balance pay out, and it's like our mortgage, and we'll just pay it off in 30 years. Yeah.
That was my thinking too, but apparently this person denied this applicant. I was like, wow. Like I mean, they're income qualified, so meaning they either making 3 times or whatever the new rule that they have 3 times the rent, or
that depends. Some places is 2 times, some places is 3 times. I think it should be 2 times. I think 3 times is criminal to a degree. It's basically just saying we want 10% of the population to be able to afford, because and I say that because if an apartment on average is $1,400, right? You now have to make what, 14? That's 28.
4,300.
You know what, Judy?
4,300.
1 times 1 equal 2.
1 times 1 equals 2. I said good job.
Thank you.
You have to a month, right? That's $4,300 a month. Now, if you could do that as a joint household, then maybe that's easier, but not everybody is allowed to do that. I think I told you before that when I tried to go apartment shopping, they wouldn't let me and the EP do it as a joint household because we weren't married at the time. So we both would have had to
know that.
Yeah, we both would have had to individually qualify on our own, which means we both would have had to make triple the rent.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now
right?
I'm trying to think of how it was when Keith and I first moved together. I
mean, that it depends on where you go and everything like that. Like, and also what I was going to say about the people is I would say yes, but I'd also have a caveat. Like they'd have to have, instead of first month, second, last month. Well, instead of just first month, last month or whatever, it would have to be like, and 1,000 or something, right? Mm-hmm, or they have to be able to make triple the rent so that I know that they have enough monthly income coming in, something like that, right?
Something,
So maybe that's what happened, and they just couldn't do something like that 3 times the rent or whatever. Because honestly, if they're making 3 times the rent, they probably could have saved and paid that shit down by now. Like.
You would think, but people have other priorities, I guess. So.
Oh man, don't get me started on Gen Z.
Okay, we are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked.
Yep, Gen Z, you're cooked.
We are cooked.
I've been busy.
I could tell. It's like, wow, these all new sound bites, like just coming out of nowhere. What is this?
All right, Judy, I want to get your opinion on this video, okay? I want you to tell me. I don't want you to say anything while it's on. I'll explain what's going on to the listeners, right? I just want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind after you watch it, all right?
Okay. Cook me to cater your cookout for $2,300. You get frozen hamburgers, you get hot dogs, you get jerk chicken without the jerk, you get catfish, you get cornbread. $2,300. I'll even throw in potato salad and kale salad.
So
I'll even bring.
You get essentially 2 picnic tables of food for $2,300. Judy, what was the first thing that came to mind when you watched that?
I was trying to do the math. I was like, okay, $2,300. How much would this be? How much of this was the cost of the food? And how much was this the cost of your time to cook it? It didn't. I don't know.
See, this is how I know you and me are in 2 different places in life. Okay? This is how I know you and me are 2 different places. Because you're doing a whole cost to time ratio. I'm doing a cost to cost ratio. There was like a thing. There's like a thing of fried chicken, a thing of grilled roasted chicken, some sausages, some burgers, and then some sides. $2,300? $2,300? I better be able to feed for $2,300.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. That looked like you could feed. I don't know. You could probably feed a lot of people with that, but it didn't look like you could feed more than 100. And if I'm paying $2,300
for 100 people, I
right?
Yeah.
I don't. Because let's do the math. Okay.
Okay.
2,300.
Do the math.
And there's 100 people. I guess that's $23 a plate. Damn. This food
food is expensive. Yes.
God damn. I just talked myself into fucking ordering this shitty catering service. This overpriced catering.
Like $23 a plate is probably your typical price that you would get at food trucks, right?
So that's what I will say. That's the issue I probably have with this food, right? I'm not saying that it doesn't look delicious, but it also doesn't look gourmet, and I don't even want to say gourmet, but it looks like I could have fucking made it, is my point, right?
Yeah, and you could have, I'm sure, but would you
Right.
have taken the time to make it? You're
Rather
also
than
going to
pay
be paid for your
$2,300?
convenience.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Fair.
And then people be like, where you been for the last week? I was like, saving $1,700.
Slaving away in my kitchen, okay?
Yeah, I lost 7 pounds, guys. I'm gonna put it on during this cookout because I'm hungry, but
See, that's why
damn, I can't believe that.
the trick to cookouts is to make it a potluck. Everybody brings something so that you don't have to spend all the money on paying for it yourself.
That's literally not a cookout, though. A cookout is you cooking out. Like, I get that you can have people bring ancillary stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you still gotta, like, do.
You gotta pay for the
meats,
meats.
right?
Yeah. Or people pitch in for it. But yeah, you still gotta do it. You're right.
This, you know what? But it's topics like this, though, that do make me love math. Because it was just. I just did the easy division of 100 divided by 2,300, and I was like...
1 times 1 equal 2.
That's right. That's right. It's real simple.
You just gotta take out the zeros, right?
I know. I realized that, and I was like, fuck.
He made it really easy for us.
But if that's only enough food for 50, get out of here.
I mean, yeah, but I thought it was a lot of food. It was a full family tray of like fish that he made. And to me, it was a lot of food, but I don't know if I even know 100 people. So
right. No, I get what you're saying. I just, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to pay $23 for that plate, but God damn it. Tariffs. All right, we're moving on. Because now I'm upset. Okay, I was having a good time. And now I'm upset because I agree with $2,300. All right, hold on. Let me see. Can I fix this? There we go. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, Judy, I found a story about a man who catfishes OnlyFans girls.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
So what he does is he subscribes to their OnlyFans and then gets the pictures and everything or videos or whatever and then sends that info to their father.
Oh my God.
So, my question for you, right?
Yeah.
Is this fair or is it a bridge too far?
I think that's a bridge too far. That's kind of the same thing as what is the word for them? When they I know you're not selling it to other people, but you're redistributing nudes in a really weird sense because it's to their dads. So I don't know.
I think you made like the easiest argument, the hardest you could have fucking made it. Maybe, I don't know. Because you could have gone with like invasion of privacy. You could have gone with stalking, and it's like the redistribution of porn. This is 1732, and we care about that. They haven't cared about redistribution of porn since Pornhub came out. Come on. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not scummy, okay? The guy doing this is a degenerate who just likes to try and cause agitation in the world. But it's fair play. It's fair play because he doesn't steal the content. He purchases it. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, and as long as he only goes by social media and what he can find on social media and doesn't do anything illegal to find these family members, right? It's all publicly available information. And I say that to just say, you chose to do OnlyFans. Yes, you tried to hide it. Yes, you didn't want people to find out, but you chose to do it. And it got to your dad. And now you got to explain to your dad why your buttered clam is on the internet. So, yeah, I mean, like, it's just, I'll put it this way, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, if someone did that to you, and by that I mean they took information that you posted on social media, right? And they reached out to your dad via social media and said, hey, Judy's a project manager. Just wanted you to know. Right? What would you say? You'd be like, yeah. I mean, it's weird and creepy that he found my dad, but like, yeah, he just told him what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, but because you're doing the Devil's Lambada every Tuesday and Sunday night from 4 to 7 p.m. Oh, now it's an issue.
I just want to know, like, why does this man have all this time on his hands? Like, bro, you could literally be doing anything else with your life, but now you're just, like, causing ruckus. Like,
well, yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he is a scummy person who just wants to cause pain, right? Like, this is like the precursor to him becoming a serial killer, okay? Because this just makes him feel so powerful. Like, look at what I was able to do. All these women on the internet think they got so much power because they got money and they got fans. Well, guess what? I'm doing it for the justice. I'm gonna be the Simp Avenger. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Like,
Avenger.
He is truly the hero of his own story.
Yeah.
And that's why he does it.
Yeah. Crazy. These men aren't lonely enough.
But it's still fair play, man. It's your job, and your job is a public job. You're a public figure.
Yeah.
Right? People,
at the
go ahead.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, your dad would probably find, if you weren't even close with your dad, he probably should have known already you were doing this in case this was to happen to you.
No, I mean, because think about it, like, let's say I could give you a real easy scenario where that's not happening. So you go off to college, right? And you meet someone and they're like, yo, what are you doing for money? You're like, oh, man. So I get this stipend, but like, really with tariffs and, costs of living and everything, like I get an extra $5 out of that a month, right? I could really use some going around money. And they start you off with like, hey, you got nice feet. You ever think about selling some feet pics? I mean, like, it's just feet. It's nothing big,
Yeah, it always starts with feet pics.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I could. I mean, I'm young, and it is just feet, like, whatever. And you're like, oh, cool, link in my bio, right? And then they'll get you all hooked up, right? So then you go and you link, and you're making some good feet money, right? You're making, like, a couple hundred a week off of feet money, and you're like, I mean, I can make some more money, and I've already done my feet, so I'll just do underwear. But I need an OnlyFans to do the underwear stuff, right? So you go on and you're doing the underwear, but it's not hitting. Like you'll get some people and they'll be cool with it for a minute, but it doesn't really hit the way you thought it was. Like feet alone is getting you some better money than what you're getting. So you're like, damn, well, I guess I could lose this bra. And the bra leads to the panties, and the panties leads to a giant Godzilla dildo. And you're just cramming it in there. All the way, right? And then, unfortunately, Dad has to see you sitting on that big green monster. I'm sorry.
Wow. So, moral of the story is, ladies, don't get into feet pics.
Exactly.
Or else you're going to be sitting on a gigantic green dildo and have that video sent to your dad.
See? It's a tale as old as time.
That was it.
Okay?
That was it.
Oh.
Oh, man. That reminds me of... I remember a few years ago, I had posted like a risque photo of me, right, on the beach. And my dad commented on my Instagram post. He's like,
put him away!
Come here yourself. I was like, Dad, stop embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing the family.
It's not my fault I got these titties.
But it is your fault that you're embarrassing me with them. Put them away. Your dad's real opinionated. Oh, man.
Oh, man, that was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got like 90 seconds left, and I know you have a thread that you wanted to do.
I do. Okay, I have one quick. I don't know if it's gonna be quick. We'll make this. We'll try to make this quick. Okay. Am I the asshole? Oh my god. There you go.
I'll make this quick. We still haven't fucking started yet.
I know. I was like, oh, sorry. Like my internet was like loading this stupid thing. Okay. Short story. Am I the asshole? So my husband, 34M, and I, 34 female, just hit our 2-year anniversary. I spent weeks saving up to buy him a smartwatch he had been eyeing. I wrapped it nicely, cooked his favorite meal, and set up candles. When it came time to exchange gifts, he handed me an envelope. Inside was a $100 gift card to his favorite gaming store.
His favorite what?
His favorite gaming store.
Okay.
He laughed and said, haha, we can both use it since you watch me play all the time. I just sat there. On our anniversary, my gift was literally something for him. I told him how disappointed I was, and he said I was being ungrateful. I ended up leaving the night and going to my sister. He's still mad, saying I ruined the night. Am I the asshole?
I will say if she's a gamer, then yes, she is the asshole. Even if it's his favorite store, it's something.
It doesn't sound like she's a gamer,
right? If she's not a gamer, then no, you're not the asshole. But you're a moron who has a bad picker because he didn't even realize that you don't like video games. Fucking stop grocery store searching for boyfriends on Tinder and Hinge and all these other stupid places where your IQ only has to be 4.5. That's how you do it quick. You just get it in and out.
An IQ of 4.5. Sorry, girl, your man is dumb.
4.5.
1 × 1 = 2.
That's right, Terrence Howard. All right.
Your man is Terrence Howard.
Stupid.
No, yeah.
All right. That does it for this week's episode or this week's show or this week's podcast or whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys again for being with me and Judy during this fever dream that we call a podcast. We appreciate you. We will be back next week because remember, I'm cracking the whip on Judy. 17 topics every week. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.